I've got a really wet black in the cap here, then there's barely any paint left in the bottom, but that's pretty thick, so I'm getting the brush wet a little, and let me get some more light on this here. Having the swing arm is immensely useful. So this is the third one of these I'm printing now, and switching up to this finer brush has definitely made it easier and more accurate to paint this. So at most I'm painting most of one side on the bottom, then the top, and then I'm filling in the sides, and I'm even going from side to side on each piece. That's a little loose right there. I don't want to get too close to the edge, so I'm leaving that open. Go too thick and your brush is going to stick. Go too light and you're going to have to do multiple coats to get the same coverage. Now I'm trying to let the brush do all the work here. And it's doing a pretty good job so far. This is a dangerous angle for me to be working at because I'm looking straight down the brush and I can't quite see what's going on. And that's just for this corner right here. That was nice. In this case the paint was really wet and it just flowed into all the appropriate crevices very nicely. But it's too thin, so I need to go back over it with some thicker. And always wipe as much paint off your brush as you can before using it. You don't want to go down with a big glob of it on the tip of the brush. Little thick on that. Always have a second brush on standby, second clean brush on standby I should add, and preferably some clean thinner. I'm going to have to redo this piece. I definitely botched up there. But let's see if I can save much of this. No. I'm only going to need to redo that center panel. As long as I don't also screw this one up. Let's cover that back up. That's why I say always dip your brush off the edge of the jar before you go on, because you don't want to go in with a heavy load, exactly because of that reason right there. Otherwise, okay. That one's not bad, but I'm going to have to do a little green again, and we may as well do this one too. And all the others that need some black paint on them. Every brush stroke is going to go down slightly differently with a different consistency, so you really got to match those over time. And you consider that you've got a little leeway on this, because standing in front of this is going to be freezer tubes, and it's in a fair distance at an odd angle from the front of the ship if you're looking through the window. So you can always use that slack to your benefit and judge whether a piece needs to be redone, partly redone, or is just good enough. Touch this one up anyway, it looks like I got a little gray on it, and the green isn't too good. You can probably see that I've got an inner tin can here with holes in the top. This is exactly for that purpose. Rub your brush across that, most of the dirt will fall below. Some of it pools on top. But this way, once the paint settles, you've got clean thinner. I've had this for over a year now at least. Every now and then top off a little bit, but not too much. And if I could find the lid for it, I'd be very happy. There we go.